Hi everyone, in this video I will talk about the problems of learning the English language in Eastern European countries such as Ukraine, Belarus and Russia. I will share my experience of learning English, the problems with teachers, the school curriculum, the fear of speaking English, and why 95% of people who study English never use their knowledge. Let's begin. I studied English for 11 years in school, then 2 years in university, and now I have a tutor because I'm not satisfied with my English level. And it doesn't satisfy my employers either. The problem is that no matter how much you study a language, if you don't use it, most of your knowledge disappears. Unfortunately, many, I would even say 90% of English learners in my country, will never take advantage of it in their lifetime. You can ask people from Russia, Ukraine or Belarus what they know in English. And most often you will hear only the phrase "London is the capital of Great Britain", apart from basic phrases like "hello" and "my name is something". Of course, this doesn't apply to people who live in English-speaking countries. So, what is the problem? Teachers in schools. This certainly deserves a separate discussion, but there is something to say about English teachers specifically. Unfortunately, teachers in Russia, Ukraine and Belarus earn very little. Often even supermarket cashiers or McDonald's employees earn more, so people are not particularly motivated to become teachers. Most often teachers are older individuals, sometimes retirees or recent graduates who need to fulfill their mandatory service. The quality of education provided by both groups raises doubts, doesn't it? We have teachers who teach English using outdated Soviet methods that have been around for 40 years. Using outdated Soviet techniques, using outdated Soviet methods, or young girls who have become a local meme for simply going on maternity leave. Yeah, it is a common occurrence that you may have a different English teacher every year because of this. Overall, the problem with learning English in our countries is that teachers rarely, if ever, had a conversation with a native speaker of the language. Not to mention traveling or living in the United Kingdom or the United States. So, unfortunately, the qualification of foreign language teachers leave much to be desired. Foreign language teachers leave much to be desired. Пожалуйста. Of course, we have good teachers of English as well, but usually they don't work at school. London is the capital of Great Britain. Doesn't it seem strange that every person who has ever studied English in our countries remembers this phrase the best? Yeah, I understand that English is the English language. English. But I have a feeling that our education system is stuck in the times of the British Empire. Because from my point of view, now Great Britain is no longer the main propagator of the language. The United States is. Many people learn English to work with the US companies. Some learn it to consume English language content. The majority of it comes from the US. And many people learn it to immigrate to the US and live there. I'm not saying we shouldn't learn something about Great Britain. I just think that we should pay more attention to other countries where English is the native language. And in reality, I understand why we don't study anything related to the United States at school. The fact is that the US was the main enemy of the Soviet Union, from which our education system originated. Even now, the West is blamed in everything, and government want to eliminate the study of English in schools in Russia. So, the school is part of the propaganda system, at least in Russia and Belarus. By the way, speaking about studying Great Britain in school, it amuses me when I see videos from London where people are asked how many countries are in the United Kingdom, and they can't answer, but I can. Very often schools or English classes dedicate a lot of time to pronunciation. Teachers constantly correct every word you say. It's believed that having an accent is bad, so many people from Eastern European countries are afraid to speak English because they are afraid of pronouncing something incorrectly. People are afraid that others will laugh at their pronunciation. In English lessons, instead of learning new topics or practicing conversational skills, children often just repeat the same words in a loop to pronounce them correctly. And of course, there is a lack of practice. Unfortunately, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, 90 or even 95% of people who study or have studied English will never be able to use it in their lives and have a conversation with someone in English. Due to low income, it is difficult for most people to even travel to the capital or a big city, let alone travel to another country. All the information on the internet is available in Russian, so foreign languages are not used in everyday life. Of course, someone needed for work, but they are few, and most people work for local companies where English is not required. So that's it. If you are interested in topic of learning foreign languages in Eastern European countries or educational system in general, please write about it in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a good day.